The president, the president of a renowned American university, Drew First once said, higher education is the strongest, sturdiest ladder to increase socioeconomic mobility. Good morning to all, and welcome to the fifth day of Avani 2021. The maroon colored garnet associated with visual spatial intelligence is the highlight of the fifth day. Young leaders possessing skills in puzzle building, painting, constructing, fixing, designing objects can fulfill their dreams as sculptors, artists, inventors, architects, mechanics, or engineers. Avani 2021 aims to be a crucial bridge between universities offering world class higher education and students who are looking for the right learning avenues abroad.
Avenir is a French word meaning the future to come. Is a virtual platform where students will be empowered to confidently make wiser career decisions. We have with us today Miss Mariam, a representative from the College of Banking and Financial Studies. Welcome, ma'am, to Avenir 2021. At the outset, we wholeheartedly welcome dignitaries from the Ministry of Education, Honorable Chairman, Board of Directors, Dr. Shivakumar Manikam, and other esteemed members of the Board of Directors, officials from the Indian Embassy, President, Indian School Wadi Kabir Management Committee, and other members of the committee, presidents of all participating school managing committees, all principals, vice principals, heads of various departments, coordinators, teachers, parents, and all the enthusiastic aspirants.
We cordially welcome distinguished members of the business community, CBSE officials, members of the educational cell, our sponsors, digital partner, media partners, and our valued donors. Your hosts for this morning are myself, Shivaharni of Class 9,
and Pranit of Class 8.
from Indian School Al Wadi Al Kabir.
Today, we are honored to have with us Miss Mariam Haseen, who is an eminent representative from the College of Banking and Financial Studies in Muscat. The College of Banking and Financial Studies, also known as CBFS, is a government organization established by a royal decree in 1983 with the chief objectives of education, training, and encouraging research in banking and financial subjects. It is under the juristic supervision of the Central Bank of Oman, CBO, and is supported by all banks operating in the Sultanate.
A brief introduction on CBFS now. The College of Banking and Financial Services has been helping the financial services industry to meet its developmental needs by offering academic and training courses which are tailor made to the emerging needs of Oman and has been an active partner in the country's thrust towards Omanization of the banking sector. The college presently has over 1,500 students pursuing various academic and professional courses in the departments of professional studies, postgraduate studies, undergraduate studies, and English language center. Dear participants, you are requested to fill in the feedback form, which will be posted in the description box towards the end of the session. Filling this form is necessary as it would fetch you a participation certificate. You are also requested to post your queries in the Q&A section. Our speaker will try to answer them in the Q&A session. May I now invite Ms. Mariam Haseen to please share with us your presentation.
Thank you so much, Sivarani and Praneeth. I am Mariam Hassan, the Program Coordinator of ACCA and the Assistant Lecturer from College of Banking and Financial Studies. On behalf of the Dean and the management of CBFS, we are extremely grateful for Team Avnia for giving this opportunity to represent the College of Banking and Financial Studies in this prestigious program. I'm also very grateful to be part of this event, and thank you very much for such a warm welcome given by the Indian School of Wadi Kabir. So before we get to know about our college and our programs, I would like to share a video on our college. So just a moment, let me share my screen.
الكلية بتوفر كثير من التخصصات بداية بالدبلوم، البكالوريوس، الماجستير، وكثير شهادات مهنية مثل ال ACCA, CFA and CIA. بالإضافة إلى كونها بيئة غنية ثقافيا جدا من ناحية الطلاب، كونهم من ثقافات مختلفة، أو من ناحية المعلمين وتمكنهم العلمي الكبير جدا. فوق كل هذا هي حتكون أفضل مكان كتجربتك لطالب جامعي، لأن الحياة الجامعية ما بس فقط مرحلة دراسة، ولكن هي مرحلة بحجمها الكبير في اكتشاف الحياة. على الجانب الأكاديمي ما كان في صعوبات كبيرة تذكر، ممكن فقط في البداية بسبب اختلاف المستوى وجودة التعليم بين تعليمي الثانوي والتعليم الجامعي. بلا شك أن كلية الدراسات المصرفية والمالية هي أفضل خيار للطلاب الدوليين في سلطنة عمان. بالإضافة لكل المميزات اللي ذكرتها سابقا، الكلية أيضا حتوفر أكثر بيئة ملائمة للتأقلم الثقافي، كونها تشمل الطلاب العمانيين والطلاب الدوليين. بالإضافة إلى طاقمها التدريس المتمكن جدا، هي أيضا تملك اعتراف أكاديمي قوي جدا وسمعة طيبة في السوق المالي في سلطنة عمان. وفوق كل هذا، كلية الدراسات المصرفية والمالية ما حتعطيك فقط المعرفة، ولكن سوف تعلم الطلاب كيف يتعلموا للمستقبل.
Right, so that's just a brief intro on my college to you. Before I share my presentation, I would like to just enlighten you a little bit more facts on our college and how the program basically works. So like you clearly said, if we had the introduction from our college about our college given by y'all, right? So the College of Banking and Financial Studies is a government organization established by the Royal Decree in 1983 under the supervision of the Central Bank of Oman. The vision of our college is to provide an innovative learning experience, and we inspire and prepare learners in the fields of banking and finance through transformative learning experiences applied in the research and dynamic field. Now, when I talk about that, like we all know, College of Banking and Financial Studies, we don't only have programs which are related to banking and finance, but we also have professional programs that we conduct. But today, I am basically going to introduce you about our programs on ACCA, because I am the program coordinator of ACCA for College of Banking and Financial Studies. So I would enlighten you about our ACCA program that takes place in college. Right. So in my conversation today, I will be restricting my area to ACCA offered at CBFS. CBFS is one of the major international learning partners of ACCA. CBFS has joined hands with ACCA long back in 1999 and achieved the prestigious gold status in 2008, demonstrating a successful evaluation of the teaching standards, results achievements, student facilities. So our next aim is to basically get the platinum status in our near future. Since 1999, more than 3,000 students have registered with us. We have a vast number of students from different communities. However, majority of the students are from the Indian community. We offer all 14 ACCA papers, including the advanced taxation. We are proud to say that we have been able to produce prize winners, not only in Oman, but in the Middle East region too. And just to make it a little bit more enticing, I would be proud to say that most of our students who have received prizes not just in Oman, but toppers from the Middle East are from the Indian schools. And in fact, it would be an extreme honor for me to tell you that my subject, like I teach performance management for ACCA, and it's considered to be the lowest international pass rate overall. But Arya Sudhir, she was from Indian school Wadi Kabir, right? She was the topper of Oman for my subject of performance management. So Indian school Wadi Kabir, hats off. And not only that, there were many students like I know, Madhumati, Jovin, those are particular students from my subjects, but just not my subject in performance management. I mean, we look at a majority of subjects, and if you look at the prizes and see, getting a prize in Oman is a big deal. But if you are able to get a prize in the Middle East region, you are looking at a topper from the MENA region itself, right? So this is what we basically do at college. It's not just, transforming knowledge, because especially when you look at a professional qualification, it becomes very important to understand that it is not just, it's not just like doing a degree where we basically just look at the books and, we are able to pull in our assignments. The professional studies, we try to also embed the qualities of not just studying, but when they pass out and when they leave our college premises, we ensure that we are building enough transformative skills in them that is required in the professional environment. With regards to ACCA, the biggest advantage is when you do ACCA, you can also get an Oxford Books degree, which becomes very important. See, it's not just getting this professional qualification. End of the day, today, we are living in such a dynamic environment where it has become so competitive. So, you would have thousands of students passing off with one qualification, with two qualifications, right? So this program, ACCA, especially offers you 2-in-1. It's like more or less, buy one, get one free offer. You do ACCA, you get your degree, so you have an academic qualification and a professional qualification too. Now let me share you in my presentation on our ACCA lecture panel and what we offer in terms of ACCA in college. So let me share my screen with you. Right. So we have given you the introduction of CBA and how it is under the jurisdiction of the supervision of Central Bank of Oman. One important thing I would like to highlight here is we are the first government college in Oman to be accredited by the OAAA. And we are very proud to say that we are the first government college. So this shows the quality, the level of standard that we are delivering to our students. With regards to the vision, we want to become a leading institution for higher education in the banking and finance region. And our mission is to develop and offer internationally recognized programs, capacity building, research and consultancy services to meet the evolving needs of the banking and finance region. When we talk about international recognized programs, I'm not narrowing ourselves to ACCA, but today I'm focusing on ACCA a bit more. We do offer programs like CFA, CIMA, we have the chartered accountancy programs also, and our MBA is from the University of Strathclyde. So we are looking at a vast variety of internationally recognized programs provided by our college. Our college graduate attributes are to have effective communication, specialized knowledge, teamwork, and leadership. And we play utmost importance in the role of critical thinking skills. The main reason is today in these challenging situations, we need to develop these critical thinking skills in our students, because that's the only way that they could, like in the future, things are going to get even more complicated. Decision making is going to be much tougher comparatively to how decisions are made now. So critical thinking skills is at most important in every student passing out from schools. We also expect a lifelong learner, ethical leadership, and we inculcate the entrepreneur skills in our students. CBF is the pioneer to commence ACCA tuitions in Oman during 1999 with just 10 students. They say CBF is the first among the tuition providers to be conferred in the gold status in Oman, and we have approximately 300 students who are pursuing ACCA in our college. The pioneer in Oman to offer both fundamental and professional level papers. All 13 papers are offered in college, subject to the minimum registration requirement per cohort. Like if we have a minimum requirement per cohort, right? So when we come into the advanced levels of ACCA, depending on our minimum number, if we are having that particular number, we offer all courses. We have achieved more than global pass rates in 11 out of 13 papers continuously. In fact, recently, when the results were out, we were quite amazed to see we have still been able to achieve that target over the international pass rates. We do have a diversity in students attending the tuition, like I clearly said, in terms of different nationalities, experiences, age, etc. We have a highly qualified, committed, and experienced permanent faculty. And if you look at our qualifications of our faculty, we have CIMA holders, ACCA, CA, PhD, MBA, and MPhil holders who are faculty members in our ACCA program. We have been able to prove a track record of producing more than international pass rate, toppers in ACCA in the world, Oman, and MENA region. We have an efficient and motivated support staff. We have Wi-Fi facilities. We have a very up-to-date stock library. And of course, we have a very competitive and affordable tuition fees with payment options. And this you can discuss with our registration departments. So they will be able to entice you with more information on your payment plans. Now, what happens is when it's not just having, when I look myself, if I look at myself as a student, I'm not just only going to a college just to learn from a particular lecturer. Say, it's very important that, you know, we provide an infrastructure. I would need a comfortable infrastructure where I am able to concentrate on my studies perfectly, because we believe in value for money, right? And I can guarantee you that in CBFS, we have good value for money. We have a very good infrastructure team. We have a very good support staff team. In fact, during this pandemic, unexpectedly, we never expected such things to take place. But even during the pandemic, I would say we were able to transform into digital learning within a span of 2 to 3 weeks. And in fact, I should be very proud of our faculty members, because even during the pandemic, we were able to produce prize winners. Especially, we were able to produce Oman toppers and toppers from the MENA region. So despite it being a virtual learning platform, we are proud to say that we were able to still achieve this record, and we will strive to continuously achieve these records. We have a digital learning environment. So to now, ACCA is more or less a computer-based program where all the examinations are conducted in a computer base. So just to give you a little insight, we prepare our students from the week 1 of our semester for this digital learning environment. For instance, we use platforms such as Microsoft Forms to get them updated. We create assignments, we get them to upload their answers, we mark, and we do 3 complimentary mock exams. So all what we do is we prepare them from the very beginning. So we ensure that all past papers are discussed, all revision quiz questions are given to the students. We provide the textbooks and the revision kits as complimentary from our college package. We also do have an academic advising, where each student is assigned an advisor to help facilitate issues pertaining to academics and career progression. If I reflect on this, we say provides a college atmosphere rather than a tuition center atmosphere. Now let me guide you. The difference in our colleges, why we have this academic advising, is each students are of different status, and they would be at different stages in our life. Some of us, we have a clear idea on what we want to achieve. And some of us might not have a very clear idea. Some of us, we might not know. Like if you would ask a couple of students, they would say, you know, I did ACCA because I was asked to do ACCA. I did ACCA because I feel ACCA is recognized. You know, there are different reasons, but some of them have a clear goal, clear vision on why they are pursuing this platform. what we do is, in case we identify students who are in the middle, right, who are unable to identify what they're supposed to do, what should be their goals, we pave their path. We have this academic advising program specifically. It's like, you know, a student could come to these academic advisors, they could get advice on what they are planning to do and how they could basically see how we would, I mean, as lecturers, how we could basically advise them on how they could achieve their next target. Students can participate in many events, competitions, and seminars that happens in the college and outside. So we do also have a student affairs unit. You can be part of the student affairs unit. You can come for events that is being conducted by the college. You can participate in the different varieties of competitions and the different seminars that is being conducted in the college. ACCA designation is awarded after the successful completion of 13 papers along with the stipulated PER and professional ethics module. So you need a 36 months working experience once you complete your ACCA, and there is a professional ethics module. Advisable to complete papers in a chronological order where we have different skills. So for example, the first on the completion of applied knowledge, where we have the accountant in business, management accounting, and financial accounting. So once you complete this applied knowledge stage, you will be awarded a certificate saying diploma in accounting. Then the second stage is where you do have applied skills, where you do get an advanced diploma in accounting on the completion of these subjects of law, performance management, taxation, financial reporting, audit and assurance, and financial management. So you need to submit a research project to be awarded the BSc Honours in Degree in Applied Accounting from Oxford Brookes of University. So this is what I would say, buy one, get one free. You get your degree, plus you get a professional qualification. Then you need to complete the strategic professional essential papers, which is SBL and SBR, which we call as strategic business leader and strategic business reporting. And you also have 2 optional papers, which you can select from either one of theirs, like advanced financial management, advanced performance management, advanced taxation, or advanced audit and assurance. So it is your choice on what your 2 optional papers would be. So once you complete 1 module on the global issues of finance professional and 1 project, the strategic financial project, you will earn this MSc in professional accountancy qualification from the University of London. So these are the 5 certifications you can get through ACCA. So we have 13 contact weeks, which is 8 weeks of tuition and 5 weeks of revision sessions, including the mock exams. We have 6 contact hours per week, except for strategic business leader, where the contact hours are 8 hours per week. The pedagogy, where we focus on why and how rather than reproduction. Our focus is on the application and adoption of knowledge in practical situation. We also do provide you a digital learning environment. We are fostering learning everywhere and priority in an adaptive learning style. So if you look at our ACCA team, these are our faculty members for our ACCA team. So we have different faculty members from different communities, but here specifically, we have from the Sri Lankan and Indian communities who are our faculty members. So I am Mariam, who is a coordinator. We have another coordinator, Ms. Sona Lolu. Our program leader, I'm sure all of you are very well aware of, Ms. Sujata Bhatt. And of course, our respective director in the Professional Studies Department, Mr. Wahid Ubaidullah, are the head or the leaders of this ACCA team provided in our college. And of course, we do have lecturers, like for in fact, if you look at the subject of management accounting, we have 3 specific lecturers. So we have backup solutions whenever it is required by college. Just to share you our lecturers and their qualifications. These are some of the lecturers. So these are some of our faculty members who are in our lecture panel for ACCA at CBFS. We are the preferred venue for conducting most of the official programs of ACCA. So CBFS sponsors many events in ACCA in Oman. We have ACCA conduct special exam tips and workshops for students of CBFS. We also have ACCA conducted training programs where we have a program where we say train the trainer to the CBFS staff on the latest exam techniques. And ACCA provides a special offer for the beginning and the lateral entry students. We do have a variety of revision packages where we target for exams in the March, in June, September, and the December examination. So we work all throughout the year. So we basically have revision packages if you are not wanting to study the full course, and if you have already done your full course once, we do have specialized revision packages designed for examinations throughout the year. We are also proud to say that we conduct the CBE examination for the levels of F1, F2, F3, and F4 in our college premises. And these are based on on-demand papers. So we will be having a specific timetable. So you could come and sit for your exams at the time that is being given by the timetable. So these are our ACC officers at CBFS, where we have Mr. Salih Al-Abri, who is the head of registration, Ms. Hanan Hamdan Al-Habsi, the admission and registration. Then we do have our professional studies department, our coordinators, program leader, and our directors. So what becomes very important is once you complete the program, you have to ensure whether you have applied for this Oxford Brookes degree or not, because this is part of, once you complete ACCA, this is an additional benefit that you are getting. So once you join our college, we will be giving you more information on how you could join for this program. We do have mentors in college who will be guiding you on how you could complete your research project and submission too. Right. So that's my presentation on ACCA provided by your college. What I would say is you join us for your ACCA program, you are definitely in good hands. We would ensure that we would guarantee you our first-time pass rate. We have enough revision programs. And I would say we as lecturers believe that we don't just contact the students only during, college hours. We do create WhatsApp groups, we share information. The students can contact us anytime that they want. And we are a very committed, I would say very committed, flexible faculty team, where you would definitely not just learn from our academic knowledge, but from our professional experiences and our backgrounds, which will definitely help you to advance in your career. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to let you all know about ACCA conducted by CBFS. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It was truly an enriching and informative session. Ma'am, may I request you to answer a few queries which have been raised by a valued audience? Ma'am,
Yes.
may I now invite our moderator for the session, Ms. Shamita,
Yes.
to share with you the questions raised by our audience.
Morning, ma'am. How are you doing?
Good, dear. Thank you.
There are a few questions that I would like to put forth. And the first question is, what is the percentage requirement for joining ACCA course?
See, once you finish your CBE program, right, you will be able to, there is no exact percentage entry requirement, but you will have to have your minimum, you will have to pass your examinations, right? And based on your results, you can join, because I would say, like, even if completing, like in our London examinations, when we do complete your ordinary level, you are able to join the ACCA program.
That's great. That's great. And do the students have to give any kind of entrance exam before enrolling in?
No, there is no entrance exam. You directly join into their foundation program, where we do the accountants in business, management accountants, where they have to start with all their applied knowledge, so they can directly enter with the foundation program.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, do you have hostel facilities for students from abroad?
At the moment, we don't have hostel facilities, but there are, like, as of my knowledge, we have quite a bit of, I think there are quite a bit of, there's a disturbance. Okay, right. We don't provide hostel facilities, but of course, like from our students that we learn is they stay there are quite a bit of arrangements where they have rental apartments there where they could be shared. So that's how most of our students are.
Overview about what is the fee structure like?
So each subject is 300 riyals, right? So we have specific revision packages program. So if you are learning with us for a full semester, so it's 300 riyals per subject. Additional to that, we give you the revision textbook, the revision kit, and your study text. And also we conduct 3 mock exams, right? So this is our normal package that we give per semester. But in addition to that, we have revision programs where it depends, the course structure depends, but in average, it's 100 riyals. So where we would conduct a revision program roughly for about 4 weeks.
Just another question. Is there any integrated course with ACCA?
See, that's the best part. Now, when you get into this professional studies courses, when I say integrated programs, like in fact, see, once you finish your ACCA, you have exemptions, right? Now, all you have to do is play with these exemptions. Like once you complete your ACCA, you can integrate it with another program where you would get your exemptions. Like, for example, if you look like, say, you want to get a CGMA, there will be a couple of exemptions that you will receive from ACCA. Then it's just 1 or 2 papers that you have to basically sit. So this program would integrate with a lot of different courses.
All right. The next the question is, what about the extracurricular activities?
See, college provides, we have different open days, we have different programs, which is, opened by our student affairs unit. We have a particular program where we get these entrepreneurship skills, where we have they call it YASI. So where you can come up with your business model, you can present to them. There are different prizes that you earn. So there are different programs organized by the Students Affairs Unit. So if you are part of it, you will be able to, get into a lot of events.
Is there an option to work and study?
Option to work? Okay, now work, you see, it's important because you need to show a 36 months working experience. But you can, like, see, when we studied our professional programs, the first year we didn't work. And then from the second year, we started working, because what happens is, if you don't complete your working experience, you don't get that membership. So you can, work and study.
All right. How do the students register for ACCA course? There's something.
We have an online platform where you could register at CBFS, or you could definitely visit our college. We have a very helpful registration department at the entrance of the college. You could register with them and they will do the needful. So we generally have, we have online registrations also taking place. But if not, if you're not very comfortable and if you are a first timer, you can always visit the college and the registration department would do the needful.
Okay, and ma'am, is there any one-on-one session that you all provide from the college for the students?
But very frankly to say, we honestly consider a lot of one-on-one sessions. The main reason is, like I said to you, we have these advising programs, and that's what I said, not all the students are from the same caliber. So we just don't focus on one group of students. So when we say one-on-one session, our lecturers are committed, and I can guarantee you they become very helpful in that. So in case if you, like even including myself, in case if you have a session or if you have an area where you are facing difficulties, we do speak to those students individually and we do help them individually. This is something that we do, and that's where I could say we have such a good pass rate. And that's where the prizes come from, because we believe, that's what I said, we're not just here to transfer knowledge. We are here to ensure that they pass their examinations.
I'll throw the last question, and the question is, can we do BCom plus ACCA, and how
Yes.
many exemptions will the students get?
Depending on how many papers, if you have completed your BCom, we haven't now see, let's say you have different degree programs, because to be very frank, you have your different degree programs, there are different stages that you complete. So ACCA has an exemption calculator. So once you put, even if you are unable to do it by yourself, you can definitely send us an email and we will calculate your exemptions. We will provide you with a feedback on how many papers you have exempted and what are the remaining papers that you have to do. So on the level of your completion is where we could basically tell you. So I had, even in my experience, I had students who were parallelly doing BCom and ACCA. But like I said, it becomes very important. See, like, to be honest, I'm a Sri Lankan. So I know, like, even if I go back to Sri Lanka, ACCA is very recognized, but I need my local degree too. So I would work it that way. So it's the same way. It's the same way that I believe, right? So what I would advise to you is, right, unless you are planning to pursue your studies or work internationally, if you are planning to go abroad work, then, you could stop with ACCA and you can work on the Oxford Brookes degree. They are very globally recognized programs, but parallelly, you can also do your BCom, right? So it's up to you on how you decide. But I would advise, since, the market has become so competitive, so dynamic, what I would advise is, try to, you're just leaving school, right? And your first couple of years is, where you have to try your target to finish your studies at a very early stage. Because look, what happens is, that's what I say, don't work in the beginning, because when you start working, it becomes very difficult to manage your time in the first 2-3 years. In that first 2-3 years, once you leave school, proper concentration, finish off your programs first. So once you have come to a certain age, you realize that, okay, now I can work. Now I know how the working environment is. So what I would say is, do whatever you can do before you're 30. Okay, before you're 30, ensure that you are, you have at least, 2-3 qualifications behind your name, because that will play a big role in the future.
Very rightly said. And there's a last question that has popped up, and it's, what is the status of an ACCA in front of a CA?
What is the status of an ACCA in front of a CA? Right. Now, if you look at ACCA and CA, I would say there's no big difference. But what happens is, ACCA, if you are to say you are an ACCA holder, you are globally recognized comparatively to a CA. Right? That's the main difference, right? Because we are looking at an internationally recognized chartered accountant here. So it's not that, there is no harm in being a CA. It's very good. But we do have people like, in fact, our program leader, Ms. Sujata Bhatt, who is very familiar to all of you, right? She's also a CA holder. She is a CA holder, but she also says, if you want to be recognized globally, ACCA plays a bigger role. And let me even give you a little indications, like even if you look at if you are planning to migrate in the future, there are points that you get for this internationally recognized program. So if you go, say you are an ACCA holder, you have global recognition. That's I would say, the biggest difference.
Thank you, Ms. Mariam, for
You're
sharing
welcome.
information with us. It was very great talking to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you again for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. We are truly grateful for your pertinent answers to all our queries. I'm sure the participants have gained clarity and have got a clear picture about the prospects available for them at your esteemed college. Attendees, please do remember to fill in the feedback form.
As we have come to an end of the session, I consider it my privilege to express my gratitude in the form of words. It is my pleasure to propose a word of thanks. On behalf of Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir, the organizing team, and the entire audience, let me first express a profound gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said for his magnanimous benevolence showered on the Indian diaspora in the Sultanate of Oman. May the Almighty shower abundant blessing on His Majesty and this peaceful and prosperous country of our residence. We extend heartfelt thanks to our eminent speaker, Ms. Mariam, from the College of Banking and Financial Services. Thank you, ma'am. The session was truly informative and engaging. I'm positive it has opened up new vistas for our audience. A deeper sense of appreciation and gratitude to Dr. Shivakumar Manikam, Chairman, Board of Directors, Indian Schools in the Sultanate of Oman, and other members of the board and honorary directors in the Indian Schools of Oman. Thank you all for your encouraging presence and guidance at all times. Our sincere thanks to Mr. Alkesh Joshi, the Honorary President of Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir Management Committee, and other members of the committee for their overwhelming encouragement at all times.
I also wish to take this opportunity to express heartfelt gratitude to our tower of strength and source of motivation, our beloved principal, Mr. D.N. Rao. Honorable principals of all the participating schools in MENA region, vice principals, assistant vice principals, coordinators, supervisors, and the entire teaching community of all the participating schools. For your support, guidance, and active involvement, thank you. We are indeed grateful to our platinum sponsor, StudyCo, gold sponsors, Jain Group of Institutions, Grey Matter Academics, and Vellore Institute of Technology, bronze sponsors, Middle East College, Thapar University, and Dallas Baptist University, our digital partner Spectrum, and our media partner, The Arabian Stories, for their support in making this mega event a tangible reality. I wish to thank each and every student and parent for their valuable presence in making this session of our Global Career Fair Avenue 2021 a grand success.
An event of this kind requires the coordination of a committee team. My earnest and heartfelt thanks to my ISWK team working tirelessly behind the scenes to make Avenir 2021 something we can all be proud of. Last but not the least, I thank Almighty God for making this session a great success. Thank you all. Take care and have a wonderful day ahead.